And welcome to my channel. So, ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon is about ano nga ang mga treatment about para sa anxiety. So, well, yung para sa anxiety kasi may mga ano talaga yan, kumbaga depende kasi kung anong klase ng anxiety mayroon ka. Kasi may anxiety na hindi siya um, kumbaga season lang siyang nag umaatake. Kasi yung anxiety kasi it is really different. May maraming pagkakaiba-iba ng anxiety na may anxiety ka na may anxiety ka sa overcrowded, may anxiety ka sa aso, sa like animals na I have also anxiety sa mga aso, especially when they're barking, and I don't like it. I don't like to hear their nung kapag sila'y tumatahol. I don't like it. So para akong naaanuhan, para akong hindi ko gusto marinig. That's what yung anxiety ko. And then may anxiety ka sa trabaho mo because you don't want to be criticized, and you always doing your you do your you do your work na hindi ka ma-criticize, something like that. You have anxiety. A lot of us, we have a different kind of anxiety. So may mga ano nga ba yung anxiety? Yung anxiety kasi is minsan na parang may kinakatakutan tayo na hindi pa naman nangyayari, parang inuunahan natin, 'di ba? It's because of base of in our thoughts, sa ating minds, yung mindset natin. Kasi may mga tao talaga na they are yung mindset nila is very stronger than other people, kasi hindi natin maikukumpara yung mga mindset natin sa ibang mga tao na bakit sila hindi nila ma-experience yung mga bagay-bagay na na-experience ko. So, hindi mo maihahalin tulad yung sarili mo. Kung sila meron din, sasabihin nila, oh, kung mayroon ako niyan, parang hindi siya nagtatagal kasi I don't want to mind them. It means because you are you're strong. Your mindset is very strong na may mga tao talagang ganyan. So may mga tao naman na hindi. So ano nga ba yung mga treatment? So yung mga treatment na ito, pag umatake yung anxiety mo, you have to observe it. But kung umatake talaga siya ng everyday, tapos nagkakaroon ka na ng mga, yung mga sintomas na hindi ka na nakakatulog, nagkakaroon ka na ng insomnia, and you're always worried na yung palpitation ng heartbeat mo is not normal, and lahat ng mga yung parang bago sa iyo yung nararamdaman mo, and kung gusto mo talagang malaman lahat ng mga katanungan mo, kasi syempre marami talagang babagabag sa isip mo na mayroon ba akong sakit, mayroon ba akong heart attack problem, mayroon ba akong problema sa aking puso or whatever, etc. You have, so first talaga yung kumbaga yung pupuntahan mo talaga is minsan pinupuntahan natin minsan pumupunta tayo sa mga heart specialist, sa mga kung mayroon kang kumbaga nag you know for example, if you have something problem with your throat, pupunta ka sa mga experts about throat expert, and basta sa mga nararamdaman natin, pumupunta tayo dun sa mga doktor. And sometimes wala tayong mga tawag nito, wala tayong mga answers to all that question na bakit nangyayari to. And then the best thing to do is you have to go immediately to the psychiatrist, kasi sila yung alam nila about that, na kasi pinag-aralan, kasi kung sabaga sa doktor, sa mga specialist, sa mga heart specialist, sa mga eye specialist, sa mga nose, lahat ng mga specialista, pinag-aaralan nila yung mga parts of the body or inside of the body, pinag-aaralan nila yun. Pero yung psychiatrist, ganun din, pinag-aaralan din nila about the behavior of human being, na alam nila, inoobserbahan nila, and based also in their experience. Kasi hindi kasi mas maganda kasi more on talaga ng mga psychiatrists, they also experience it. So for them it's easy also to to understand, to connect with people na nagkakaroon ng anxiety kasi or panic disorder kasi alam nila kung papaano i-handle, alam nila kung ano yung gagawin nila kasi hindi naman lahat kung ano yung nakaka-help sa iyo is makaka-help din sa tao kasi iba-iba kasi yung tao, iba-iba yung anxiety, iba-iba yung journey ng anxiety sa bawat tao. So, so yung psychiatrist kasi, hindi sila basta-basta nagbibigay ng medication. Like, hindi sila basta-basta magbibigay agad sa'yo ng calm pills or hindi sila basta-basta magbibigay sa'yo ng antidepressant. Kasi yung antidepressant kasi, if it's really like, that's why they say anxiety and anxiety disorder. Yung anxiety disorder kasi is kung constant na talaga nagkakaroon ka ng atake ng anxiety. Doon, yung talaga, yung psychiatrist bibigyan ka ng antidepressant. And it's not so really kumbaga it's not good to give you antidepressant kasi hindi ka naman depressed. Kasi yung antidepressant, there are very strong pills. I know it because I taking that. Unless kung nagkaroon ka talaga ng very deep depression na to the point that you don't want to live anymore and to the point that you give up everything because you feel like useless, you feel like you don't want to move on anymore, something like that. But anxiety is different than depression. So may mga doktor na hindi sila basta-basta nagbibigay ng mga medication. Minsan binibigyan kanila ng calm pills. Yun ang calm pills. Yung calm pills is it helps. Yes, it helps but sa pansamantala. But the psychiatrists also, they also advise not don't take the calm pills if it's not necessary. If kung kaya mo naman siyang i-grab down, kasi may level kasi yan. May level kasi yan ng mga yung mga level ng yung panic, yung atake ng anxiety and panic disorder. So may pagka-similarity kasi yung anxiety and panic disorder. Yung lang talaga, yung anxiety lang talaga is yung physical reaction, yung physical kumbaga yung reaction ng katawan mo, yun, yung physical reaction mo is yung feelings na hindi ka nakakahinga, and then that na parang pag humihinga ka parang may tumutusok sa sa chest mo, and you feel like parang parang namamanhid. It's because of too much, you try to stop it, that's why na yun ang nararamdaman mo, tapos afterwards parang may masakit yung batok mo dito, tapos lahat ng mga physical na nararamdaman mo, yun ang mga senyalis ng anxiety. Yung panic disorder, yung panic attack naman is may pagka-similarity sila, pero iba naman yung symptoms ng panic. Yung panic naman is yung heartbeat mo, yung palpitation is not normal, and then they have a lot of negative thoughts that they always coming to your mind, and you think that you're having a heart attack, you're having that you're gonna collapse, and that you're gonna be, you feel like dizzy, and also, but the first that I observe when I'm having my panic attack is na I'm sweating. That's the first. I'm sweating, sweat cold, na it's very cold, that you're trembling, and first this is in my foot. That's the started it, and then half of my body go down from my belly button to my foot is cold, just so cold that I'm trembling, and then it's really strange because going up it's like really really warm, that you almost gonna take all your clothes because it's very 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 warm. It's like it's something like 30 degrees higher than 30 degrees, so something like that, because I've been experienced that. So I always open the window first because I feel like it's so warm and I feel like I'm exploding. So it is time, and then it takes time to cool down, and also like yung palpitation mo, it's just like it's almost like here they just bang bang, but it's just like the like they pumping in your ears, something like that is almost gonna come out. So it is really so base. If you observe it, it's very not comfortable. It is really irritating. It is really difficult to understand what it is. And yeah, and it is, and then suddenly it feels like your stomach got punched. And I feel that also. I feel that it feels like my stomach got punched. And I'm very thankful that also, like anxiety, they can also had your hyperventilation, because that's also the first time. The first that attack that I have my anxiety is also na nagkaroon ako. I also feel like my chest very, like parang naninikip. And also like half of my arm, it's really like feel like numb. And then here it is really hurt, and I cannot really focus my work on the time. That's the first time that I have my attack with my anxiety. And then that is the physical, that is the difference between the anxiety and panic attack. And then the anxiety is you're having a hyperventilation, because in yourself outside, that you are not taking that you couldn't breathe. That's what you cannot breathe. But the truth, you are breathing too much, and that's why you feel dizzy. So that's normal. You feel dizzy, and it's because it's too much air that you take, like like that. When you taking too much, it's coming here, and it seems like it's really heavy your head. And that's why some other people that they're having anxiety, they collapse, because they're having a hyperventilation. And that is you have to, the technique with the treatment with anxiety is, when you're having anxiety, wag mong sasabayan ng breathing fast. You have to breathe easily. And if it's not helping, you just like count it 1 to 5. Just count it 1 to 5 with breathe, and then breathe out. 4 5 4 5 5 4 3 2 1, and then inhale 1 2 3 4 5, something like that. So it's really, and then you have to stop, and then you have to breathe again, and then suddenly you have to, if it's really helping, I mean, like if you are calm, you can breathe normal. But don't forget to breathe. You have to breathe. You have to breathe. It's not like you didn't breathe. You breathe, but it's too much. It's like wrong breathing. So that's why they have that also like treatment. So yung psychiatrists, they're not giving immediately you an medication, kasi it is very 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 powerful, the medication. It is not once, if it's intact to your body. It's not like you're depending on the medication. The medication, it's really helped to you. It's really helped to go back in the battlefield. Kasi if you don't take any pills, it's really, how can I call it? It is really difficult, if you're having the anxiety, you can do that without any medication. Because it's not, medication is good and not good. And sometimes medication is just like only self-supporting, it's self-supporting, but you have to be confident to yourself. What is the most part that can trigger to your life, to yourself, daily life? Ano talaga yung nakakapag-trigger sa'yo? You have to face that. Because the more you run away, the more they chase you. Something like if the devil chase you, just face it, just face it. And then of course samahan mo ng pray, of course. That's part of our human life, And then that's normal, Don't be ashamed, and don't be scared. And everybody gone, It depends when and where or how. So it's normal that sometimes, what I always said, sometimes it's okay not to be okay, because we're human, we cannot hold every every day that you always have a good mood, you always have a nice days, sometimes we have a shitty days, everybody have that. So we have to accept that is the life, that we have a good days, we have a bad days, we had the good days, we had the shitty days. So that's normal, just understand it. And a lot of people, they're always said, until now, it's already 2 years, 3 years, I'm taking the calm pills, it didn't help. It's because you didn't help yourself also. You just like depending on the pills. And once if your panic attack there happen, and you don't have motivation to do it by yourself, and then you just always hiding your shell, in your shell. You have to go out and face it. I do that. I still have my anxiety, I still have my panic attack, but every time they happen, I never stop. Yes, I have medication, but I never stop to keep on going, to face it, because it's really, it is really difficult. Yes, it is really difficult, but it makes me more to fight. I mean, more confident to fight it, that I can do it, that I am stronger than my fear, that I'm stronger than my panic attack, that I'm stronger than my anxiety. Because they're just like anxiety. It's just like I create that. If you know how to create it, you know how to destroy it, because it's yourself. You create it by yourself. So you have to believe yourself. Psychiatrist medication, it's that is, how can you call it, that is the first, kumbaga, kung nasusugatan tayo, yan lang ang pinaka first aid, yung pag kung nasusugatan ka, yan ang pinaka unang paraan ng paggamot ng ating mga sugat, di ba? But it's up to you kung gusto mo talagang mag-heal, and you have to take care your hindi mo alagaan yung sugat mo, because you're just like depending the doctor. They will come to you and take care of your own wounds. No, you have to do it, because paano yan mag-heal kung hindi mo alagaan yung sugat mo, di ba? So it's the same also with psychiatrists. If you're having this anxiety or panic attack, you have to help yourself. Don't run away, don't be coward, just go out and face it, because the more you face it, the more you're gonna say, oh my god, I have this my bad ass side, that I can defeat this, because I create this, and I know I created myself, and I'm the only one I can destroy it. Not your father, not your mother, not your sister, not your brother, not your uncle, not your wife, not your husband, not your boyfriend, not your son, not anyone, only you, guys. So yes, they can treat that. It's up to you. It's up to you how you self-medication. Self-medication is just like, when you're having it, just like tell to yourself that this is only an anxiety, and everybody goes, and you have to put I am blessed, I am healthy, I am stronger, I am very positive person, no matter what. You have to say to yourself, I can do it. If other people, they can do it, you can do it. Just like you have to self-medication, go out, don't hide yourself, because that's what I also did before. I just hide it myself. I just deny it, and yeah, the more the more I hide it, the more I refuse it, the more I resist it, the more it comes, the more it powerful comes, and I don't want it. So I always said to myself, kung ito yung nakakapatrigger sa akin, like nakakapatrigger sa akin is yung how can you call it, like overcrowded, any overcrowded, like overcrowded place, overcrowded transportation, bus, train, and it's just like I am not so very, and then I'm always thinking what other people look at me, what other people think of me, what other people react, kung ano yung itsura ko, because I'm different here in Belgium, Even also in the Philippines, even whatever you are, tayong mga tao, we look other people. We think, and sometimes other people, they misunderstanding it, just like me. I'm misunderstanding what other people, if they look at me, I'm always thinking, oh, maybe they think negative to me, or they think about that, it's because I am foreigner, I am bad, something like that. So, but I don't care what other people think of me, because I can only listen what is me, and the most important is me. As long as hindi nila ako sinasaktan physically, and they just like to be, they just have to be, I have to be support with my own tribe, with my own happiness, and I don't care what other people think of me. I don't care with that. So that's the most important. That's an anxiety and treatment, and you just like have to take breath. It is not like for medication. And if it's really really necessary, that you know that you always having this every time, and it goes more and more, the symptoms, and you think yourself that this is not really good anymore, this is not normal. So that's, you have to find an expert, and specialist, and psychiatrist, or psychotherapy. I do that the first psychotherapy when the first time, but it didn't help, because like what I said, every like before I have anxiety, I never do any treatment. I treat myself. I go to the doctor, and the doctor, they give me some calm pills, which is, it's not like very high dose. It's just like an, I think, quarter, like 25 quarter, or something like that. So it's because I only take it if it's really really necessary. But more on talaga is, I face it. I don't take any medication. So every time, though, on the time, I really used to it. When it happened, I already says, okay, just like my anxiety. And then, yeah, the panic attack I had, I will tell it in another video. And my panic attack, saan talaga siya, kumbaga, saan talaga siya nag-trigger. Kasi yung panic attack naman is different. Iba siya. Kasi yung panic attack, that's an based on your experience, like trauma, that what you experience, and kung hindi siya na-treat ng maaga, that's why it goes to depression. Yeah, that's the different. But anyway, this yung iiwasan nyo lang dito sa anxiety is, dapat hindi kayo uminom palagi ng may mga caffeine, like coffee or soft drinks, and also alcohol, and you have to also, kung smokers ka, you have to stop smoking. And I know it's very difficult to stop smoking, because I know my husband is a smoker. He's not alcoholic, but my husband he smoke, and it's very difficult. How many times he do that? And also, my father is also a smoker, but thanks God he stopped. And I'm very thankful that I never start smoking, because if you are quitting smoke, that is really very difficult, because smoking is also addiction, and it's really difficult to get rid of it in your body, and just like that, you have to. But with me, I never pressure my husband. I just waiting until when he will be ready, but I always talk, and my mother always talk about it, that you have also to think about your health. You have wife, you have son, and you have to do it. You have to be healthy also, as a padre de pamilya. So yun, he knows everything. And I don't want to push. I don't want to pressure my husband, because it's also give him stress. I know that they give him stress, and it's also like, if you have stress and you have an anxiety and panic attack, it's not also good for someone that you always pushing it. So you have to wait until when they become ready. So yun dapat ang mga iiwasan: alcohol, caffeine, not too much, and also how can you call it, like cigarettes. And also, like yung mga treatment, if it's really like kung baga constant na talaga siyang umaatake, like like araw-araw siyang umaatake, and you can go psychiatrist or psychotherapy, something like that. And or therapy. Yung therapy kasi, they seen it your behavior kasi, And then, yung, I think psychotherapy is, hindi sila nagpo-prescribe ng medication, ng pills. I think psychiatrists, well, they prescribe medication. And then, yun ang mga ano, yun ang, kung araw-araw ka na talaga. Kasi kung araw-araw ka na talaga nagkakaroon ka ng insomnia, yung sleeping pattern mo is hindi na talaga maganda, tapos marami ka ng mga symptoms na mga yung sa loob mo na hindi naman nangyayari before. So, and of course, first you have to go to the doctor, of course, and then the doctor, they advise you have to do this, yung cardio, and then also like a lot of examination. I also do that a lot, and oh my, the result is, all of it is negative. Okay yung thyroid ko, okay yung ano ko, yung gall. I I I have acidic, hyperacidic kasi ako. So every ito pa talaga, pag nagkakaroon kayo ng anxiety and you feel like yung parang mainit yung dibdib mo, that is because of your acid. May acid reflux kasi ako, and I also do that an examination. Pinasok pinasok yung camera dito, kasi dito sa kanila sa Belgium talaga, it's very, high tech here, everything na pag magpa-check up ka talaga dito, everything here is high tech. So they put some camera here in my nose, and our nose here, it's connected here in our throat. So they see it that, kaya I feel like they have something, something stuck in my, parang may nakabara sa lalamunan ko, especially if I'm having my anxiety and my panic attack. I feel like I suffocate. I feel like they have something na nakabara. And then they see it in the camera that yung parang yung lumalabas na yung boses natin yung lumalabas. It is very, very creepy, It's very creepy when I look at it. And it's something like infected. It's because the acid they go ups. And when they go ups, and that's why they get burned. Kasi syempre, alam mo naman yung acid, di ba? Acid is really burning. So it burns my vocal cord, yun. My vocal cord, they get burned, and that's why get irritated. I mean, nagkaroon siya ng iritasyon, tapos nagkaroon siya ng parang namamaga siya. So that's why every time I'm having my stress, and also if I'm having my panic attack and then my anxiety, yung talaga natin, yung muscle talaga natin dito is nagcramping talaga siya. So that's why naaapektuhan din siya dito. Parang may makasabagabal. Tapos parang sinisikmuraan ako when I'm having my anxiety and my panic attack. So that is normal, And before, I'm always in panic with that. When every time it's happened that. But now I know that I'm healthy. I said that to myself. I know I'm healthy, and I know everything is fine. There's nothing wrong with me. So with me, I just also do my self-medication. Like, I do meditation. I do listening some very relaxing after work. I always do that. Before I go to sleep, I also doing breathing. It's not like breathing technique, because sa mga tao nakakatulong sa kanila yun. But for me, no. It instead na nakakatulong, they get more worse. So I don't want that. I want to reduce my anxiety and my panic attack. I don't want to get it more, So, talaga yung suit sa akin, yung compatible sa akin. So, kasi iba-iba tayo eh. Kung sa iyo nakakatulong yung breathing technique, sa iba hindi, sa akin hindi nakakatulong. So, I have to do yung pamamaraan na kung ano yung gusto ko lang. Kung ano yung gusto ng katawan ko, di ba? So, anyway, guys, sana nakapulot kayo ng aral, at sana nakatulong ito sa mga taong may anxiety. So, kung kayo may anxiety, ano lang kayo, kung ano talaga na may nakakapag sa inyong isip, nakakapagpagulo sa inyong isip, you have to go to the doctor. You check everything. Kung everything man is good, you have to go to psychiatrist, kasi sila yung makakabigay ng sagot sa mga katanungan mo, and magbibigay sila ng a few advice, a few tip to how you face your fears, yung mga nakaka-trigger sa iyo. But you have to do it. You have to do it yourself, you know. Hindi, yung psychiatrist lang is gabay lang sila. And it's not always like medication, you know. And sometimes, yes, it's good and they have also bad with it. So, tayo pa rin, and also don't forget to pray to God also kasi siya yung talaga makakatulong sa atin. Yung yung psychiatrist, yung medication, that's only for our rules here in this world. But to God, it's everything possible to him. Yung mga imposible nagiging posible para sa kanya, but you have to pray, and when you pray, when you pray to God, mean it, mean it. And you have to believe. If you believe yourself, you also believe to God, and you also believe to your anxiety and to your panic disorder, kasi parte yan ng ating pag grow up dito sa mundong ito, kasi sa ating society yan, sa mundong kinagagalawan natin, that is part. And we just have to, we have just enjoy our life, we enjoy our life and be positive. I know it's difficult. It's easy to say this word, be positive, but it is really difficult to attach, to use it in our daily life, So, yes, what else we can do, diba? So, we're human, just move forward and pray to God and let it be. Let it embrace it, Let it embrace it. So, thank you so much, guys, and have a nice day. See ya. Bye-bye.